I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on the look I'm wearing right now. It's another spring makeup tutorial. This one I use a little bit more color than the last one. The last one it was like more like golds and metallics and stuff, but I kind of wanted to start jumping into color now. I did a lot of color like on the eyes. Oh my gosh, and to be honest, I kind of struggled while I was doing this makeup tutorial because I went in thinking that I was going to use like one color for the eyelid, and then it ended up looking like horrible with what I was working with on the crease area. For some reason the lid color that I picked out just wasn't working with like the crease colors, so it was kind of a little improvised as I was going along, but hopefully you guys enjoy it. I really enjoy the way the look came out, so I'm hoping you guys do too. So yeah, just go ahead and keep on watching if you guys want to see how I got this look.
Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started. As usual, my brows are done and I've already placed on my foundation. For foundation today, I used the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. To prime my eyes, I'm first using the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Milk. The reason why I'm using a white base today rather than my usual soft ochre is because I'm using some brighter colors, so I want to make sure that the colors stand out a lot better, and I feel like a white base kind of enhances the look of the colors. So I'm just blending this out with a Morphe brush, and then I'm going to do a light layer again on the lid area just to make sure I have a really nice pigmented white base. Make sure my eyeshadow stayed nice and neat. When I'm done, I'm taking a little bit of Scotch tape and applying this onto the lower lash line going up to my brows. Next, I'm going to be using MAC's blush in the color Blunt. This is a powder that I use to contour a lot, but I'm going to be using it as my transition shade for today. Then I'm going to be using Red Brick by MAC, and I'm taking this into the crease with a Morphe 433 brush. And as I'm applying this eyeshadow, I'm going to start blending out the edges using a Morphe 441 brush. This is just going to make sure that the edges always stay blended and they're not too harsh. It's also going to help pick up any extra color, so that way it's nice and diffused into that transition shade. With a Real Techniques brush and NYX blush in the color Cinnamon, I'm going to be taking that color into the crease area as well. So this is when everything started to kind of get crazy with the eyes. I started off by using the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette, which I absolutely love. So I started taking this neon orange color and applying this onto the lid area, and I just didn't like it at all. I didn't think it looked good with the colors that I was going for in the crease. So let's just pause right here for a second, because I know it doesn't look like it, but at this moment, there were like protesters in my brain saying, take the shit off of your eyes, please. So what I did is I went back to Red Brick from MAC, and I tested out using that color on the lid area on the right hand side, so your guys' right hand side. So next you'll just go ahead and see me erasing the eyeshadow and applying a little bit more of a NYX Jumbo pencil onto the lid to prep for that color onto the lid. And I'm just packing it on with the same brush that I used to apply Red Brick on the crease area. Next, I'm taking this LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is the color Cool Tan, and I'm just using this to clean up underneath the eyes a little bit further because the tape does lift the foundation off of the skin. Then after, for a little bit of extra brightness, I'm using the Studio Finish Concealer from MAC in the color NC30. and I'm using a flat brush from Morphe to apply this, and I'm pretty much just focusing this just underneath the under eye area, and I'm not really extending it outwards or anything like that. I'm leaving that all to the LA Girl concealer, and I'm also taking this onto the bridge of the nose, my forehead, and my chin to highlight those areas as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start blending out that concealer with a Real Technique sponge. This is my favorite sponge to use. Let me know if you guys feel like if there's a big difference between the Beauty Blender and the Real Technique sponge, because I know I'm like really late, but I haven't tried the Beauty Blender yet. I just like always gravitated towards the Real Technique sponge, so I honestly don't know if there's like a huge difference. So let me know if you guys feel like there's a huge difference and if it's worth like the $20. So I think it's the only reason why I probably haven't bought it. I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's so much for a sponge, jeez. So to make sure that concealer is blended out even more, I'm taking my Morphe M439 brush. I always take this extra step. It really gives off a flawless finish, like from concealer to foundation. So to set that concealer, I'm using the Benai banana powder, and I don't let the powder sit or anything like that. I just apply and buff it out. It's not because I don't like baking or cooking or anything like that. It's just, you know, I don't feel like it's necessary for me. I feel like the brightness that I get with the concealer and the powder on top of it is, you know, just to my liking, so I don't feel the need to. But if you want the extra brightness, definitely go ahead and do that. It's personal preference, of course. So then I'm going to go ahead and start finishing up the eyes. I'm taking Red Brick again from MAC, and I'm applying this onto the lower lash line with a pencil brush from Morphe. This is the M431 brush. And I just went ahead and wiped off all that extra product from the same brush, and I'm using rice paper now from MAC onto the inner corners. This is when I really realized that I was like using a lot of MAC products, and I didn't do this on purpose because I hardly ever wear MAC lashes. For mascara, I'm using the Studio Sculpt from MAC. I use it a lot on days where I don't want to wear makeup. Usually on those days, I just put on mascara. This mascara is really great because it comes with more of like a comb type of brush. So it really defines the lashes and really builds up the product onto the lashes and makes them look more defined as well as full and lengthy. So for powder, I'm using a coveted favorite of mine. This is the Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in the color Dark. To contour, I'm going back in with that Blunt blush from MAC, and I'm using this to contour the cheeks, of course, the perimeter of my face, and a little bit onto the sides of my nose. The brush that I used to contour my nose was an e.l.f. blending brush. Today I'm using Cinnamon by NYX again. I did a very light hand. Nothing too crazy. I wanted the blush to be very light, but I still wanted a little bit of color. And I'm going back to an old favorite of mine for highlight. This is actually a pigment in the color Melon. I started off with a little bit of product onto my brush just to make sure that I'm not over applying highlight all at once. So I started off with a little bit, and then when I started realizing that I wanted a little bit more of a glow, I sprayed the brush with Fix Plus spray, and then I went back into the pigment and applied a little bit more onto areas that I wanted the highlight to be a little bit more concentrated. And if you do feel like your highlight is a little bit harsh, what I like to do is, and I'll show you guys, within the next couple of steps, I just take my brush and I wipe it off on like a paper towel or, you know, like something like a paper towel or a tissue on the side, and I just buff out the edges of my highlights. That way I have a nice gradient effect and it's really seamless and there's no harsh lines. You don't feel like you have like a really harsh flash going against your cheeks. And that's when I started doing my highlighting dance. I was so happy about this highlight. I just love the way it came out. And of course, you want to make sure that you're highlighting the tip of your nose, your chin, and the bridge of your nose as well. And there you can kind of see me like blending out just the edges, just to make sure there's no harsh lines. So I started off using Chestnut by MAC, but for lipstick I went with Velvet Teddy, and I also used a little bit of Lime Crime's Cosmopop on top of that. It's not so much of I didn't like the lip, I just felt like I could do something a little bit better. So I moved right along to Lime Crime's Cosmopop by itself with Cork Lip Pencil, and I really enjoyed the way that looked. So much better. It just really complemented the eyes a lot better because the lip pencil wasn't as harsh. You know, it seemed a little bit softer, and it's so weird too because I thought this lip was going to be really crazy too, just because of the high contrast between like the lip pencil and the lipstick. But once I started blending out the edges, and of course I did like a layer of a lip gloss on top, it looked so much better.
Thank you so very much for watching, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Please leave your feedback for me down below in the comments, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to all my new subscribers. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are enjoying the makeup tutorials. I really appreciate all the love and support that you guys have been giving me. And yeah, hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Oh yes, don't forget to follow me also on Instagram and Twitter. Both of them are Makeup Tiffany J. I'm trying to get into like the whole Twitter thing. I'm not really like a huge Twitter person for some reason. Usually I just kind of stick with Instagram. I'm more of like a visual like picture person. But I'm trying to get into like the whole Twitter thing, so just kind of bear with me. It'll take me a minute to kind of get used to like posting on there regularly like I do my Instagram. But I really hope you guys enjoy the tutorial like I said, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next one.